Eternal Cure now wants Lucky Charms. All right, so back to... Sorry, I still love his goofy butt.
You would, wouldn't you? He shuffles around like Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
From the dumb Sega Genesis game we played yesterday.
Yeah.
Ooty tooty toy. Alex says the stream is running at a terrible frame rate. Is that true for you too? Anybody else in chat, or is that just Alex? Because it looks fine on our end. And if it's terrible for you, try refreshing, I guess. Oh my gosh, I just fell in a hole. X marks the spot, though. Oh, we're good. Okay, so this is the quote unquote open part of the game where it's actually, you know, kind of feels like an adventure game for about 5 seconds. Because now we're revisiting all our favorite parts from chapter 1.
Favorite in quotation marks.
For example, the world's greatest floating island, which is over here. Don't turn right. No floating islands that way.
Hey.
It's that.
It's that square castle with round parts.
So if we put this thing on there, we can't do this puzzle yet because that's plate 1 out of 3. But if you look closely, you can kind of see what it is. It's now it's upside down, but it's young.
It looks like Graham riding a seahorse.
It's not
actually. It's that hamster.
It's that hamster. But we need the other 2 plates.
Might be Lisa, or could be Starfish.
Eternal Cure saying we're way louder in the game, which probably made that whisper song really awkward. Do you want me to actually turn up the game? I can a little bit. Hold on, let me kids, don't stop. Literally nobody in like, what if he's 77, so like nobody in 60 years has like redone these chalk like leaderboard stuff. 60 years.
Nobody cares.
I can't even get over there, but see, I was hoping we'd revisit some places in actual King's Quest 1. Like the old carrot patch or the goat pen. Yeah. Or maybe the woodcutter's house.
Thatch roof cottage.
the gnome island, Ifenkavagrakapern's island.
The troll island in the sky.
Well, it's more of a giant island.
The giant island, yes.
Ooh, can we die in this game? Nope, we can't.
The Carrick.
That's right. Well, no, I think you're mixing it up.
Naked Ned. It's my favorite King's Quest game.
Peasant's Quest?
Yes.
I believe it. Anyway, in that rock cavern, there was nothing. Now we've shown that off.
I was happy my lighting project had been implemented.
My lighting project?
Yes, using my pumpkin lantern.
Because this one has a lot of callbacks to chapter 1, and remember, this was where we had to sneak through this cave with a lantern made out of a purple pumpkin. These are things that happen. I know it's been like 2 years since we played the first one of these, or however long it's been, but
I push all King's Quest things out of my brain.
After Alexander returned, we sealed up.
You've already told me that.
Holes.
That way all the goblins inside suffocated and died. Genocide, that's the King Graham way. So I forget to say, the object of this part is to find 3 more keys, because Manny gave us 1.
Manny Calavera. Delicious.
Love, Sal? Love is for the living. There's another one of them plates.
That's the game we need to play.
That is a good game. Okay, so there's nothing I can do with that yet. Because all I have in my inventory is one of the keys. King's Quest! Sorry.
This is because of my deep sigh.
Something seems
I was
off.
just catching my breath.
So now that we're back on the screen, it looks completely different. Wait a second.
He was a bit too high for me to reach.
If only I could visit another alternate dimension here in the mirror
Are those
universe.
giant mushrooms?
They're like troll, they're like the houses that were underground, but now they're above ground because King Graham can't keep his story straight.
Oh.
But, if I recall correctly, if I leave and come back, it's going to be something even different. This game doesn't really make sense. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
But not really.
I may be
Oh.
remembering this wrong.
Look, there's a ladder in the alternate dimension, though, so let's stick that in my pants.
Sick.
Whoop! And that's that's another death for King Graham.
I don't know what's going on.
10 minutes. Whoa, my girdle snapped anyway. The walk is especially good with this music. Doingy doing. So if we go back to these goblin houses with the key up there, now that we've stolen the ladder, it's like something out of Farscape. We have to go to the alternate dimension in order to get the one item that we need. Grandpa.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, you don't. Grandpa, that doesn't make any sense. You pulled that ladder from the other dimension. Shut up, Gwendolyn, or I'll put you back to God status in my view. Oh, that kid is an idiot. That boy ain't right. So we got 2 keys. So was that the test of speed or this test of strength?
The test of butt.
Oh no, he's already winning that test.
Hoity-toity-toy.
With his nicely toned King Graham.
Nice job there.
Thank you. It's family friendly, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so one of the keys has got to be in that commemorative plate thing, which we still need to reach the other plate. And then we've got the 3rd key, so there's one more key somewhere else too. Probably where X marks the spot down there. I wish we could, like, open up this treasure chest and get some gold, yo. But, nope.
That's one of the 12 treasures of Gravencree.
I just leave it out on the roadside for any thief to steal it because there's no actual... Whoa, hello.
Doesn't matter, there's no citizens in Daventry.
So, yeah, so the town is burned down. Let's go that way in a minute.
How long ago is this story supposed to take place?
How long ago? Like, from now?
No, from when he's telling the story to Gwendolyn.
Oh, I don't know.
Not
like,
from 2018.
like a week? I don't know. He's old King Graham in both stories, so oh my gosh.
Well, old King Graham was a merry old soul, was he?
Hold on, I'm being blinded by
It's like a watercolor paint.
Alzheimer's. Or whatever this
There's
is supposed
nothing
to be.
else to see that way.
LSD?
There's nothing else to see that way. There's nothing to see this way. What the heck? Oh, no, we had to run through the part of the game they didn't want to re-render. Anyway, here's some frogs. I can't really do anything with them. That old frog never dies.
That old frog was a merry old soul, was he?
Your
I like the
mind
design
is
of that frog, it's
strong.
different.
Oh, he's been in, I think the frog has been in all the games,
It's very
hasn't he?
polygonal.
Maybe not in the 4th, because the 4th one sucks.
My favorite was the Hobblepots trying to lick him for whatever reason.
Oh, froggy, froggy, froggy!
They were one of the things that they were trying to make was funny that ended up being actually funny.
Was the Hobblepots themselves, or just the frog licking of them?
Oh, the Hobblepots.
I thought you didn't like them because they were like weird potato people. This is my judging face.
Maybe they're just fun to make fun of. Maybe it was that we were funny making fun of them.
No, I think the frog thing was kind of funny. Oh, we already got the thing that was in here. I guess there's nothing else. We sure move slow in here. It's not so jaunty in the blacksmith shop.
Oh.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hee-ho, hee-ho.
Anyway, this is the lock that we need to unlock eventually, so let's just stick the keys
I
that we've got
beefed
in
up
here.
security on that back gate to make sure no Etzel wolves could break in.
I put one lock on
Lock
it.
was crafted from very rare chromium I mined from the
Thought it was
caverns
crafted
in
from
Ceridian.
very rare chromium.
Resistant to
Chromium from
magic and
Serenia, huh?
required multiple keys.
Look at his
course, I
goofy
couldn't
face.
remember
He was
what I
like,
had.
yeah, I'm proud of my padlock option.
My Padme option.
No. No, Serenia's King's Quest V, right? I think we've mentioned that. But, the chromium mines of Serenia, I think that maybe that's where that elf gave us those shoes, because that's the only thing I can think of that's even close to a mine in that
That
game.
elf gave us those shoes.
Look, just because you haven't watched King's Quest V recently,
trying to remember.
it was the shoes that we gave to the cobblers in exchange for their hammer.
To the Cobblepots.
Because in that game, the shopkeepers, you didn't buy their items from them. You gave them the things that
You did
they
a system
sold.
of bartering?
It was
They were Amish?
They were Amish. Have I been this way yet? I'm trying to remember which way I haven't gone
Is
yet.
it on fire? Then you haven't been there yet. Everything Graham touches turns fire. He's like the King Midas of fire.
He's King Fired this.
King Virus.
Okay, so here's another. Okay, so
Bursts into flames.
so we've got 2 of those, and the third one we can get with the fruit picker.
Those
now.
are for the sundial or whatever?
Yeah, that was the hamster, which I forget his name now. Treasure?
Mr. Fancy Cakes.
No, that's the goat.
Mr. Goatsy Cakes.
And then you chop down that tree full of angry bees? This is kind of fun. So the river is dried up, but the gag in the episode 1 where he was trying to cross the river and then Manny just kind of like walked over it is now explained by the fact that there's just like this stones right where Manny walked. Anyway.
Well, Manny was very small.
The reason that joke was funny.
I get it, Dad.
Okay. Well, let's go take the knighthood quest of doom.
Gravencree.
Gravencree?
Yes.
Wow. Not only can I not use this horn, but I walked through half of it. Good programming, guys. It's very pretty horn, just not well programmed. Uh-oh.
Ah, that's right.
Oh, here we go.
I had tried my hand at designing an escape room.
But I didn't put a
One
lock
key
on a
was
lock on it.
definitely locked in here. If only I could remember the combination.
Well, I already ranted about putting an escape room in an adventure game last time, so go watch that if you want to see why this is dumb. So, but
you hate everything.
No, this is kind of an okay puzzle. Okay, so basically we got a pink rabbit, a frog, a badger, and a fancy cake. Those are the 4 numbers.
That's a delicious fancy cake.
So the pink rabbits, we just have to count how many are in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 if you count the picture. 5 over there. Over here, there is 6. And then I think there was 1 in the entryway. Yep, 7. Let me just make sure there's no more out here. Nope. Okay. So what's that first number then?
2.
You say literally every time I ask you for a number these past 2 days, you say 2 every time.
How many stars do you think in the sky, Homer?
2! The frog number we don't know yet because we have to catch the frog. The badger number is actually over here.
Wonderful, my favorite. Abstract art.
Look at that abstract art.
I can't quite recall what the picture looked like.
It's purple.
Looks like one of those weird statues out in the woods.
Whoa, hold on, we're getting I just forgot his name.
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol, thank you. Was it purple?
Was it pink?
Wah. Okay, now it's getting a little more
Was it
abstract.
orange?
More grab. It's still Andy
There's
Warhol.
Andy. It's all Andy Warhol. So the gimmick here is if you see the random swipes that aren't badgers,
Was
if
it
you put
pink?
all of them together.
You mean squirrels? Or are these badgers?
These are badgers.
Okay.
So that's the bottom part of the number,
Was it orange?
and the middle part of the number,
Was it
and then,
pink?
oops,
Was it purple?
there we go. The top part of them. So it's a 2.
Wait 1 sec.
I told you, 2!
2? Yeah, but you said it for the wrong one.
But I was right.
Look, the artist one had the. So you must be thinking like the artist who painted the Andy Warhol badger, which is a statement I never thought I'd say.
I predicted it.
Here's one problem I have with the whole King's Quest.
One problem.
One problem.
Of many.
Of many. Hold on, I gotta solve this puzzle real quick, and I'll tell you.
I forgive you.
So this is 8. So if we do, oops. So we've got to figure out what these things weigh. So those together are 8. So that could be 3 plus 3 plus 2, or it could be
1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
2 plus 2 plus 4.
1
No,
plus
it's
2
got
plus 1 plus
these.
1.
These have got to be 3s, I think. And if oops.
That's my astrological sign.
If your astrological sign is 3?
It's the scales, doofus.
Oh.
I'm a Libra.
I thought they were. My astrological sign is 3. Wait, no, that's okay. So that's
That's one of my Chinese lucky numbers, I assume.
wait, that doesn't make any sense.
My Chinese lucky numbers?
No,
They never do.
no, because I thought that was a 3 and then that was a 1. Oh wait, no, it's a 2. Doi, which means that if I do, hold on.
Doy.
No, I didn't want to put that one there. Whatever. Okay, so it's 2s and 3s basically. Now we've got to see how much Fancy Cakes up there weighs.
3.
He weighs, nope, more than 3, more than 6,
Breve.
more than 8.
17.
Well, it's more than 8, but less than 10, so it's 9. There you go.
9, my German friends.
9, my German friends.
Yeah, 9.
9.
See, I told you.
Das ist nicht eine gute Spiele.
I thought a Spiele was a toy. That's a Zoid.
I thought it was a game.
Oh yeah, Spiele is... Yeah.
So
It
anyway,
also means to play.
right. We can't get the last number until we get the frog. So, but we've got the other 3, so that's.
Let's see. Fob is color. What's the word for number? Is it...
Eine Number.
Number is name.
Oh,
What's...
nombre. Numero.
You're confusing it with other languages.
Oh, my memory isn't always good. Maybe it was the troll language. No, what I was going to say, the problem I have with really this entire version of King's Quest is it focuses a lot on puzzles, obviously, but it's less like inventory adventure game puzzles and more like literal like brain teaser puzzles that you'd find in highlights or like, you know,
Because the game's for
Dr.
babies.
Brain or whatever. Right. And so it's
Just stuff you've seen before.
it's not necessarily that. It's more just like which I guess is fine if you like that kind of thing. I'm just it's at the expense, I think. Wait, hold on.
Of the story?
Oh,
the
that was
overall
a
game?
lantern. Of the characters and the plots ish. Because it was the worst in chapter 4, but it's like you move between the plot points by solving literal puzzles. Like this is the 7th guest or something.
Is that a game?
It's a game from the early 90s that was like.
Isn't that the game your buddy made?
No, what?
Did your buddy make an adventure game in the 90s that I was like, we gotta play that? Yeah, your buddy did.
Who's my buddy? Which
Some buddy from Facebook.
who's? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Your buddy, wherever he goes, you go.
Oh, you mean the possessed doll from my childhood? Yeah, he made an adventure game in the 90s. Boy, you've got that number right.
I've got its number.
No, I'm trying to remember what you're talking about. Because
Some guy in the 80s, you said, I knew this guy. It was on Facebook, and you said he made some adventure games, and then you sent me a link.
I don't remember this. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'll have to look it up on my player and doodler list. 'Cause
Okay.
I know I saved the links, because I was like, hey, we should try one of those out.
One of the games that my
But it was something about being in a house. Wait, no, 7th Guest, I remember. That's the one that was made by the dudes who made Shadow, whatever. The cover art's got like a gargoyle that's bursting out of stone form.
Not that
I don't think anything I've said in the last 10 minutes makes any
No.
sense to you.
Am I having a King Graham moment here where I'm forgetting your whole thing? You're like,
Yeah, okay, 7th Guest was made by an adventure game company that also made other horror games and thriller games.
right.
But
Doodler,
that's
you're-
mostly what they focused on.
Doodler, you're telling the story wrong.
So King Graham talks. That's how dummy sounds.
Maybe the shoving the gas had a gargoyle in it. Rumble.
I'd look it up, but I don't want to ruin our bandwidth.
No, we'll figure it out. Eternal Care hated the My Buddy commercials, by the way.
I liked them.
Seventh Guest.
I preferred Power Wheels, though.
He's looking it up for us. Seventh Guest was made by Interplay. Oh,
Yes,
this is a new screen.
They also made, it was like Shadow something
Goblins
or
fly,
Darkness
rocks
something.
east, so
They
ice
also made the
away.
11th Hour, I think. The Seventh Guest, you were stuck in like a haunted house, and to get through it, you had to like solve a bunch of puzzles. And I remember I never actually played it myself, but I remember watching my dad play it, and it was like,
Freaky.
well, it was kind of freaky. He played, I remember the soup cans puzzle, which was like you had to spell out a statement using all these soup cans, but there were no vowels except for Y's. So all of the words had nothing but Y's as vowels in them, and so it was it was like slyly,
Slyly
gypsy,
slipped the slide he showed upon the...
gypsies, trysts, slide. I don't remember what it was.
It's like a gypsy
Look it
twist
up.
in my mouth.
Look it up. You're gross. Look it up on a walkthrough, I guess.